So now your DNA also has huge information. Okay? So when we actually are working with the diamond, it's working to move you towards that point of where superconsciousness would be accessed. You know, I'm beginning to talk about it playfully, like it's, you know, giving you access to the superconscious computer of your heart. So you have this access to, you know, this incredible source of knowledge. And that's, like, you know, if we want to talk about it sort of in the word computer, it is in your heart, not here in your head. So, now if there is a higher evolutionary DNA, if there is this sacred geometric part of yourself, if there is this divine DNA, which I actually would, you know, in the work I do, I like to actually bring people's attention to the fact that there is a divine consciousness, and there's a collective and human consciousness. There's not just like collective consciousness of the planet Earth, of humanity today. There's a divine collective consciousness. Okay? It's the place that we have always met. It's the place that we may continue to meet. It's the place at night when you sleep that you may actually go. And you may actually meet with other beings like yourself that are accessing their divine collective and their light body, this divine body, okay, this universal body. Again, you know, it would be the same way that when you are looked at from beyond this world, you're looked at as a light. You're not seen as a physical flesh. It's like when the divine that is with us now are looking at us, they see right through the concrete of the building. None of this is solid. They see it like a hologram. They see right through it. Because again, from higher reality, solidity just doesn't exist. It's just they can see the vibration. And what we know in physics is everything is vibrating. Everything is moving. Even a diamond, it is not completely fixed. There's movement in a diamond. There's vibration in everything. So, you know, on certain levels of what we've begun to understand, and what is happened soon is physics is going to realize the greater truths, is that when they talk about the 90% empty space, that means that when you look at anything concrete or your body, there's 90% more or less of empty space, okay, where the cells are not connected. And we are looking at, we see solidity, and even in the concrete and the wood and the floor in your body, there's 90% emptiness between each of the structures that are holding all this together. Now the beauty of that is, that empty space is superconsciousness. It is that empty space that all knowledge of creation came from. And it's around everything. 90% of everything that surrounds you is divine consciousness, is superconsciousness. So now that you have heard one, let's disengage the others. I even have one, I think. Good, thank you. I need to disengage one, I think, too. Let's see. Powering them all the way off is a good idea. Go ahead and just turn them little electronic 90% empty space devices off. So that's where I want to just talk, and this is where I'm going to try to bring through something new. A zero. A zero is a straight line that meets itself. Okay? Your life is a zero. You are a line that eventually is going to come back and meet yourself. That's all you are. You're a point that is traveling and moving, and eventually you're going to come back and meet yourself. It's inevitable. There's no way you're going to be able to stop the fact that sooner or later you're going to find yourself. You're going to meet yourself. The 0 is 90% empty space. It's just this circle, this line, finding itself again, meeting itself, and it's full of empty space. Okay? Super consciousness is everywhere, in everything. But, you know, again, if we, again here, begin to have the ability to be present with it without interpreting, without trying to analyze, with just relaxing. You know, the one thing that is extremely important, in the past, you know, they would have spoken of surrender. Oh, surrender, surrender. Well, surrender doesn't work for an ego, okay? Surrender just doesn't work. It's a word in the past that may have worked, but for modern culture, you tell people to surrender, and there's lots of resistance. There's no way they're going to surrender. Surrender to what? Surrender to who? You know? I'm not going to give up my control. But today, you can tell anyone just to relax. Relax, oh yeah, I could use to relax. Relax is okay. And really, that is all you do. And it's just relax your way into presence. Relax. And, you know, obviously it's going to take a little time maybe to learn to relax the tension of what we know as mind, or the tension of identity. We've been so, you know, extremely stimulated. You know, we're addicted to stimulation. And, you know, we have to basically become, you know, and the addiction we have is much more intense than heroin. You know, your addiction, heroin's easy to get off of. But, you know, you're addicted to, you know, stimulation. You know, to give that up, you know, first you need to relax, and two, you need a little help. And that's where the diamond is here. And you're not going to lose anything. You're going to gain everything. But it's going to take a while to learn that you don't have to interpret. You know, don't have to go and figure, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does this mean? You know, constantly trying to figure out reality. You know, relaxing would be the fastest way you could do it.